the NFL on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Bills, and it comes your way next.
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. He dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. When you look at this defense, they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
You want to talk about a driven player partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. To throw is Goff. Eluding the pressure right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Allen, and he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. Now Allen. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Allen going to throw. Finding Williams once more. Complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. Pushing his way through. Still going. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. They'll run it again here with Davis. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Allen now looks to throw. Completes it to Davis. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of them.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Here we go now on 1st and goal. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll try to run for it with Davis. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Alert! 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 What's that?
Throwing now is Allen. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Alert! 56, 56. What's that?
Here's Allen. Out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The visitors' offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their 2nd possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Goff. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Here's Goff. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Goff throwing again. It gets it right back to Mayer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Up the middle they go. Elam. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the campaign and 10th overall. And the Dreadnoughts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Sheds off the tackle. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
To the air. Allen steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Up the middle to Davis. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Now Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. London about set to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From the gun, here's Goff. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Goff now looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Goff now to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning three safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Flush to his right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Allen to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ball start, offense.
Well, it was a third and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
On play action, Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Alert! Look out!
And again, it's Allen. A dump off for Davis. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, hold.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. Derrick Henry with a touchdown run. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And you can see currently they trail in that ball game. Christian Watson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way. Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And as we move deeper into the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a weekly basis. As you see here, he's the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
To the left side, there's Mayer. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Goff. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Monday. What's that? What's that?
Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Allen maybe with a free play. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you,
Offside.
Mr. Referee?
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
What's that?
The slot man in motion right.
What's that?
To throw, it's Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Gone. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Now Allen.
Shakir hauls it in.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Inside give to Davis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They go again with Davis. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
It's now 3rd and 15.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And this will be taken at the 13. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Out of the gun, Goff. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
Gregory Rousseau
Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. Open man right side, Myers. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Goff.
It's Myers again with another catch.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Again, Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. Open man is Myers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Goff.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Goff now looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Goff. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on here to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had to bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Allen off the play fake. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback in. Here's 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Goff. It gets this to Myers. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Goff. He has Mayer complete, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Goff now to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now it's Goff. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. They give it off here to the tight end. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
He's got a man complete, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. That time a 9-play drive. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that you can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And not a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards on first down. To throw is Allen. Here's Davis to run again on second. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
First throw in overtime for Goff. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Now Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Elam, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Over the middle, he's got Myers. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. They'll run on first down. Elam. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Goff. He finds his man, complete. It's Myers. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Up the middle they go. Elam. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Elam, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now it's Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
First throw of overtime for Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Allen will get this one complete to Atwell. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. 3rd and 2. Throwing is Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Allen. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Davis. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Bills, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Londoners, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.